Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Smalltalk Sunday. Pour yourself a cup of tea and join me for a tutorial. It all began with an abandoned box of doll furniture. And come November, hopefully, my build will look something like this, or as close to it as I can get. Let's get started. Pictured here are all the various ingredients we're going to be using today. If you don't have a little table saw, a little hand saw will do. We're going to be creative with this wrapping tape. Among all of our ingredients, I'm using up scrap wood from the build. As the pieces get small, I'm cutting them into various shapes that I can use for different pieces of furniture. And this way, by the end, I'll have used up all my materials and made use of all the little extra pieces. I will share with you on Tuesday how I've limited my waste. All of this wood is left over from my son's school days as well as 4-H. Those are cut up skewers, and we already have some set aside. You'll need a sponge with a little dish of water, and that's for this wrapping tape. You're going to cut the skewers 2 inches, and that'll simulate a 24-inch table leg. Now I've pre-cut these little veneer pieces and glued them, and I'll share that with you in just one moment. For this project, you're also going to need a pencil sharpener. Now we've cut the skewers, and now I'm going to make little feet for the table legs. Right there. Very simple little process, saves a lot of time. The smallest size of paper clips are perfect for working with miniatures. We're going to use black nail polish to simulate black lacquer for this table. We're going to take our packing tape and cut it into 12-inch strips. Our next step is going to be to fold it along the lines of the fibers that are inside the tape. There will be vertical lines, and you're going to fold along those lines, and fold it both ways. Our next step is to draw a line down that fold. The next step after that is to cut off each side, because they're not going to be the same measurement as the centerpieces. But save them because you're going to want to use them in another project. So we're going to cut these away. The other side is approximately the same size as the others, but because we want to keep the beads on the table legs uniform, we're going to take this away just to be on the safe side. It will be reused at a later date. If you are familiar with quilling, this is basically what we're going to be doing today. And it is similar to the process of making paper beads. Mark the base of your paper with an X, and the top with a mark in the very center of each section. Press your ruler firmly down, and you're going to go from the center line at the top to the far left corner of the first section, and then to the far right. You're going to make a long triangle. Now you're ready to cut the paper for your beads. You will start forming your beads with the pieces of paper that have the X's on them. And we're going to take our table leg and we're going to smooth out the top of the table leg. Make sure your legs are all the same size. You may have to make adjustments at the very end, but not to worry. With a Sharpie, you're going to want to mark on your table legs where you want your little beads. And now we're all set. Now this is packing tape that you need to wet in water. I removed excess moisture with a sponge. I anchored the base of the tape down to my table leg with some tacky glue. You see that right there. Follow with your eye down the center of the tape and make sure that the tip of your paper falls right into the center of your bead, and this way it will be symmetrical. You're going to take your smaller piece of tape that you set aside, the part without the X on it, and that becomes your second bead for the table leg. With a dab of tacky glue, you can seal the bead. And you're done. Now we're going to move on to the tabletop. This is veneer that I had from 4-H, and we're going to use this old paper cutter to cut the veneer. It's very easy. And you'll always have a straight line. We're going to take 2 squares of veneer and glue them together. This is going to be the tabletop. This little table will have 2 parts to it. It will be able to convert from a game table to a little side table. After it's all clamped together, set it aside for about 15 minutes. We're going to use our little Proxen tabletop saw and cut the tabletop. This is an image of an antique chessboard and an antique table that I found online. That is going to be for the top of our table, and the base is for the chessboard. We're just going to sand it to make it nice and smooth. That's going to fit nicely. Our next step is to put the holes for the table legs. With a stir stick, we're going to measure from the edge of the table, and where the stir stick lines cross, that's where the table leg is going to go. I'm going to make use of this little manicure set as a drill for my miniatures. It comes with an assortment of sizes of sanders and bits, but it also will accommodate hand drill bits for miniatures. So this is going to be very handy for this build. The knob at the top controls the speed. That's all the way off. For my purpose today, I'm going to turn it to the maximum speed. We'll put the last layer of lacquer on our table legs and set them aside. I've put a quick coat of the tabletop, and now we're going to put some final touches on the tabletop with the black lacquer. Now we're going to complete framing out the cover for the table. This is the decorative cover for the chessboard. On the top, I'm just sealing the cracks with wood glue. I'd like to have the cover have a snug fit on the table, so I'm going to put another layer of stir sticks on the inside of the frame. That second layer of stir stick will help the cover fit snugly over the chessboard. We just need to finish putting the black lacquer on, and then we can begin assembling our table. Now that it's all painted, you can see how everything fits together. Running black marker along the sides of the paper will seal it, and you won't have any white edges show. I'm just going to use a little tacky glue to apply the decal. And a big thank you to subscriber Diane for recommending tacky glue. I'd never used it before, and I'm very, very happy with the results. It will be my go-to glue from now on. Whenever I make any kind of a decal, I always use a heavyweight printer paper. And now it's time to put on the legs. I'm going to attach the legs with a little dollop of wood glue. Thank you for joining me for Smalltalk Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed this little project. Please like and subscribe, share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends, and help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I welcome your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram and tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.